Good evening and welcome to the Living World of Darkness, a cross-venue scene. In a bar one of the better neighborhoods of New York City, a meeting is about to take place. Well, impromptu get-together of two people who really don't know too much about each other, but oh well. George has just gotten in. He's in one of his best suits, as he normally is, to be honest. He's gotten a text from someone he met under very, very unusual circumstances very, very short time ago. He is, well, what he's actually thinking, that's probably not something people want to hear. So for the moment, we'll just say that George is sitting there and waiting.
Yeah, and girl he knows as Darcy, but it's learned very quickly that that might not be the best way to go about it. Yeah, she after meeting Tara and Naomi in a park, she's like, I would like to have some fun. So she was thinking, who could I ask? And she remembered the really nice car that's like it's a vague memory really with all the stress and everything that was happening. But she's like, yeah, could ask him. Um, so she finds the business card of Georgia. She's like trying to find a nice outfit, and in the meanwhile she's texting him like, hey, if you'd like to do something fun.
There's a fairly enthusiastic message that is, of course, it's some vague reference to that it's always fun when he's around, something like that. Bit of a dick move, but oh well. But yeah, like he actually suggests a place.
And yeah, she's like, okay, yeah, cool. Looks it up actually online. She's like, oh, that place, yeah, sure. Let me. She texts back. Let me dress into something a bit more appropriate, and see you in about an hour or something.
Mm. Yeah, like yeah. George will just be there maybe 20 minutes before, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just helped himself to a whiskey. He's just sitting there and waiting.
She would have sent like the message to a couple of friends, and probably not everybody responding. One of these people definitely includes Aiden, and yeah, she'll be appropriately late, like 5 minutes. That's not late enough to come off as to make it annoying, but late enough to make sure that he's there before she is. And she walks in, looks around, spots George, and waves, says, "Hi, hey, what's up?"
Hey, good to see you again. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
And he just has a table ready, and just bet you to sit down. Just so good to see you under better circumstances. How are you? Can I get you anything?
You know what? Let's just start off with a soda for now. But yeah, I'm good. Well, rehabilitating, I guess, is a way to put it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
There's a lot to get used to.
yeah,
You see,
definitely.
he just looks up at the bartender and just does a signal to you. He doesn't really say anything, but he just does a wave.
Oh, you don't mind, by the way, that I invited some friends?
No, 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 not at all. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
we'll just have to watch what we say, of course.
But you need to do that anyway. She kind of points around at like the other patrons and everything.
That's true. That's true. So, you do videos? I mean, I
It's
suppose
a long
you're
time. It's like time ago. Like I stopped 2 years ago with like the regular shit. I still do some updates, but not as intensely anymore as I used to do.
okay. Yeah, I'm an investment banker myself. I've been doing it for quite some time.
Handy, handy. So
Yeah,
you're good with
it's
money and with numbers.
very good, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm mostly into fashion,
Oh,
makeup,
that's totally
stuff like
cool.
that.
That's
Yeah,
totally great. I mean, that's a good thing. I had
yeah,
a couple of you know, known a few girls who dabble in that sort of thing.
yeah. Well, for me, it's more like I did some tutorials on makeup, and I just reviewed like fashion shows that I went to. But then on a more um, like you see a lot of reviews that really focus on like people between 20 and 30 and aim for that kind of audience, and I tried to make it a little bit more fun. Like I was my most of my viewers were my age at that time, and yeah, I tried to get to their level, try to review things, but in more of a fun way and more of a way that they could actually connect to like the haute couture and everything.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense. So, yeah, but about your last name, it's like
I've heard that it was smart to in our circles have like craft name. She's just looking around to see if anyone's really paying attention, but I don't think really people are.
well, I
But
don't have one yet, but yeah, I've heard
mm.
it's a good thing.
So I chose Ashley.
Actually, well, that makes
Ashley,
sense.
yeah. So
Well, you can know me as Clarence, but mm, that's as far as I've gotten.
yeah, Clarence. Okay, sure. I'll yeah. That's definitely something I can do. You don't look like a
Hmm,
Clarence though, but I guess that's just getting used to
thanks,
it.
thanks. I'm not a dad, but yeah, yeah. Clarence is a dad name, right?
Yeah, or footballers.
True, true. Like he like laughs at that and smiles, and your soda has arrived, and he takes a drink from his whiskey, and he just says, "So, I mean,
So
whatever Naomi's, from
yeah,
what I gathered, like she's fairly potent, I suppose you could say. Like
she knows what
she
she's
gets
doing. Yeah.
well, that is something I would argue with, but you know,
Oh, okay. Why?
um, he looks at you and just gets in. I asked her once for a bit of help, with all this,
Uh huh.
and she said I can do that, but she said that she needed some rope and some restraints and an
Oh
empty
my.
warehouse, and she wanted to strangulate me. And said that would help. Honestly, she's a little off sometimes, so just keep that in mind. All right.
I have heard that the thing we do has many different approaches. So I guess there's
Okay.
no.
She's also a lot into drugs. Just saying.
Yeah, so?
Well, she seems to be overdoing it. Hey, I'm all for a line here and there, no problem. But there's that, and there's no self control where you're just damaging yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, now I get it. I'll keep it into account. But for now, she's taught me at least some helpful things, and we seem to get along. It's
Hey,
like,
hey, I might be biased. Okay, I mean, our first interaction didn't was that good. I misread some things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's if they say there is never a second chance on a first impression, you know?
Okay, like number two and number three didn't go as well either, but you know, yeah, I guess you're right.
Oh boy, it sounds like a huge story, and I think I'd love to hear that sometime when, we aren't at such a public setting.
I'm quite sure she's more than willing to tell it if you're interested. But yeah, there's a lot of weirdness to all this crap, and I don't know. I hope you're just doing all right, keeping up with this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, and I've heard so much that I'm kind of wondering how I'll ever get it in my head. But, I guess I don't have much of a choice, Once you had a roof on top of you, there's no way back, I think.
Well,
Uh,
that is very true. Not that I was in the same situation you were in, but you know,
yeah, it's I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've had a couple of bad nightmares about it, and I'm just trying to move on from it. It's yeah, I think that's really for the best. Moving on and trying to learn what I have to learn and do what I have to do, and yeah,
well, I
try
mean, I
not to
haven't been
think about
doing
it.
this myself for too long, so I'm not sure what kind of wisdom I can thus far impart on you. But
Well, you have more experience than I do.
that's true. Thus far, I mean, there've been quite a few of these people, our kind or whatever you want to call it. They seem to be very individualist. So
Mm.
they don't, I offered my opinions as to how to proceed with things. I have a lot of experience, in leadership positions, how to deal with, how to manage things, but
Hmm.
they didn't want to hear it. So, okay, I mean, I understand.
Sometimes people just, you know, want to do it their way, I guess. I mean,
And some people are fucking stupid, but yeah. And some of these people, I mean, don't get it the wrong way. I mean, I'm not. I mean, whatever they've been through might have been traumatic. That might have had an effect. But some of these people are fucking lunatics. I mean, really, some of them are a danger to everyone around them and themselves.
oh, okay. Anyone in particular you'd say I'd have to watch out for?
I haven't seen him around. There was this doctor. He was fucking mental. I mean, he was very insulting as well. There was this small girl. I haven't seen her around either for some time. What was her name? Ginger, I think. She was. That was a whole thing. I don't know. Naomi knows more about that, to be honest, but that was a whole thing.
I've heard mention of her, but I kind of got the impression that she was gone or something. I don't know.
I think she is. I don't know too much about her herself, but some of the stuff we were potentially able to do, and I mean, I suppose it makes an impact on certain people, but it has probably made an impact on me. But it's just self-control, self-reliance is a very, very important thing. But some of the people I've met are they're very
Out of it?
not out of it, but
Mm.
quite emotional. And
Right.
emotional to being too emotional one way or the other with some of the things we're capable of.
Mm,
It's not a very, very happy, analysis.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I think you can get strength out of it, but in the end, it's really all what you want, you know? Some people thrive on emotions. I mean, and some people don't, I guess.
Well, that's not it. Hey, I'm not saying that emotions, but it's just people in power. They need to be able to approach things rationally. That's all I'm saying.
Hmm.
Sometimes, yeah, I suppose feelings could work, but it's unreliable because feelings have a tendency to change rather fast. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think I would have to disagree with you. It depends really. Like, I think you're right in some aspects, like, but I think emotions can give you strength and power and passion. And I think those things are really important. Like, if you want to succeed, you have to have a drive. You have to have the passion to continue and to succeed, you know?
And
Or
I
am I
believe,
talking absolutely rubbish?
no, I just don't necessarily think that I don't think there's necessarily an emotion involved in your will.
Hmm.
You want something. I don't think you necessarily need to feel. I mean, sure, there may be feelings involved. It might be the motivation. I don't think it's necessary. That's that's it. Some people can just completely devote themselves to something and go for it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily because they feel good or happy or sad about it. They just
Mm,
completely devote themselves to it.
I think in the end they want to reach a certain goal too, and that goal can bring satisfaction to a
Yeah,
completely different
it's
level.
satisfactory to know that you are capable of doing whatever you set your goal on or set your mind to.
But wouldn't that give you a kick?
Oh, it does.
Like a
Trust me.
rush? And is it
Before, I
that
mean,
like pure emotion?
it's quite exhilarating to fuck people over when when they think they have you on a deal or something. I still enjoy that very much. He just smiles. Um, Out of character, does Torna's character approach at this point?
Yep. Probably just as that they're laughing and
Oh, okay.
joking, he'll open the door, and walk in.
And
And yeah, George will just continue to say, oh, I honestly say, like, not only are you, I mean, you seem rather reasonable compared to many of the others,
well, I mean,
except for the collapsing building and being inside it. But
I, I, mm, yeah, that's like I said. I prefer to
hey,
forget about. Hey, Aiden.
Yeah,
Hi.
yeah. He's ordering a drink. He looks over, smiles, and swaggers over basically.
who's this
She'll
guy?
stand up and give him a kiss on the cheek. Oh, it's one of my friends, Aiden.
How you doing?
Uh, like George gets up, smiles at you. How you doing, Clarence?
Nice to meet you, Clarence. I'm Aiden. Big firm handshake.
So, you friends? Why don't you come join us?
Sure, sure. Hi. Plonk himself down.
So, what are you drinking? Root beer or
Whiskey if you have it.
he kind of like gives you a side eye, and he just like you can see he's drinking whiskey himself, and he just so what brand are you what brand are we talking?
Jim Beam.
You'll just hear like, all right, yeah, well, why don't you it just looks at you and just says, it'll be my treat, all right, I mean, it's an expensive habit to have. It just claps you on the shoulder and
Okay.
orders a drink for you.
cheers, pal. And just, leans back, big smile.
You can get the feeling that he probably implied that you couldn't afford it, but
Yeah, it bought me a drink. Hey, fuck it.
it's like but the drink arrives and George just hands it to you and just said, yeah. So friends in the thrill department or what?
Well, we met. Was it 2 nights ago or something in the bar?
Yeah.
It was fun, and yeah, we've seen each other a couple of times now.
Yeah. Went roller skating.
Yeah, I found out that I'm not very good on 8 wheels.
Yeah, but I guess Aiden was it? Your champ?
Not too bad, you know what I'm saying? Can manage, grand, like. He just gives a very warm, friendly smile.
All right. I mean, I'm guessing you have a lot of free time to do stuff like that, right?
It depends, sometimes working in the auto shop, it depends on the client, like. Sometimes they want the car pronto, and other times they want the availability, so, do you know yourself, like?
Yeah. Okay, you are working. Well,
Oh, yeah, mechanic.
that's a noble profession, I suppose.
I suppose does pays the bills, do you know what I'm saying? He grins at me for more and more.
It's just not much more than pay the bills. I mean, as far as I understand, mechanics aren't that well paid. Well, it's too bad.
I suppose. I get by, he just grins. I have enough to keep me going, so that's the main thing.
That's always good.
So what do you do then, Clarence?
Yeah, investment banker.
I see. Explains the suit, like. He kind of grins at him.
Yeah, and a lot more than that, but yeah. So, like for a short couple of seconds, he just looks at you and just looks to Ashley, or just says, "So, was this just a happenstance, or were you introduced?"
No, well. I went to this place, and I'd never gone there before. It was a little bit out of my usual places, but I was really looking for something new. After all, I was looking to get away from it all for a moment, and well, I found there were a lot of nice people there, and I got talking to them, and then Aiden and a couple of his friends, I believe, came in, and they knew the people I was talking to, and from there on, things just started rolling.
Oh yeah, that was grand out night.
It was a wild night, yeah.
He just smiles, shaking his head.
Not like that. She kind of looks pointedly at Clarence. Like, no, not like that.
Hey, I mean, hey, whatever. I mean, that's not a problem. He smiles and he just said, "So, yeah, it's been so you're making a lot of acquaintances here as of late. That's good."
I think a whole new world opened for me that I hadn't seen before. New York is once again bigger than we can all think. And I never thought that. I mean, there is this point in your life when you think you've basically seen it all. I kind of started to get that feeling from New York, and now look at that. Whole new side.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Know what you mean.
So, yeah, meeting new people is part of the plan. I mean, I'm always interested in people, and meeting them and finding out what drives them and what they like and what they dislike and how they function. And it's a hobby, I guess, you know?
I have an idea. Somewhat of an idea. So, Aiden, what do you do? Do you skateboard or paint thinner or what?
He just smiles at him. I, do anything and everything really. When I'm not working at the shop, hang out. He kind of smiles at Darcy. Just do whatever really. Whatever's a thrill like.
No, just his eyes light up a little bit. It's just, so you're gambling, man?
A little bit. Wouldn't say I'm reckless or anything about it, but I don't mind a bit of a gamble every now and again.
I mean, I think they have a couple. They should probably have a deck of cards here or something. If you're up for it. You in?
Sure, I'm game.
Yeah, sure. Sounds fun.
Yeah, like he will. George will get a deck of cards and shovel them up and George will just put he will quickly put like $50 maybe as like a bet. It's just.
Yeah, she'll place $50 on the table as well.
Yeah, Aiden will place 50. Since we're going that high, he kind of puts it down.
And they will play. And for the purposes of this scene, we'll just say that the conversation will go over the game. You'll just say, so it's been. I mean, you're both locals or like born and raised here?
Oh no, man! I'm from Ireland.
A real petty. Oh, okay.
He kind of tightens. I am a real patty eye.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. As long as you're not, you could do worse.
Suppose I could. Yeah. Suppose I could.
You're not quite sure what he meant by that, but
Yeah, Aiden's kind of just like his eyes kind of narrow a bit.
Oh boy.
no, he doesn't say anything else. But he just there's something. It's probably not about you, but whatever it meant, it's probably not a good thing.
Yeah, his eyes kind of narrow a bit as he just keeps putting cards down and just trying to smile.
Oh well. So you can like normal service, or do you take in Corvettes and stuff?
I take anything I can fix, really. Depends on what the boss says. So why are you looking for a car that needs fixing?
Yeah, I've got a Corvette, and it's just my mechanic. He's all right, but it's a little actually thinking it needs to service soon, and they're not too fast. So I mean, who knows? Might roll by.
Well, if you bring her in, we'll have her right as rain.
So you work with is it? Do you just do the work, or is it like a family thing, or?
Friends of the family. Since she was over here for a while, and she mentioned she had work, so I came over from Belfast.
All right.
So that type of thing. I'm good with my hands, and they needed a mechanic.
Hmm. Good with your hands. Yeah. That takes all types.
Suppose it does, I kind of, again, his flexes his hands.
like George seems to be enjoying himself, even though he's not being what I would call friendly, but oh well. He seems like his grin is just growing for some reason.
So about you then, Clarence, old boy? What, you in local then?
Most of my upstate, but yeah, state-wise, yeah, but only moved into the city. Well, it was 10 years ago now, so 12 years ago. But yeah, local, fairly local.
I see, I see.
But so you're affected by the whole Brexit thing, or are you gonna stay here on a visa? Or what?
Staying here in a work, staying here in a working visa. Aye.
Okay, it's a big hubbub, you know. Quite a few people, actually, quite a few people in my firm and in others, like they're kind of getting, scared about the whole thing. I don't know.
Suppose it could be pretty scary, but then again, depends on who you talk to about Northern Ireland. Kind of just smiles.
Well, yeah, it's not so much that. It's the whole yield thing. It's not necessarily calming for financial markets. It's complicated.
I can imagine it is. Yeah. All moving away from everything, all the numbers and all that. I'm sure you're kept very busy.
Mine is actually my area's specific clients. They're not necessarily. Again, it's complicated, but it's they're mostly focused in Asia, so they're not directly affected. But then again, everything's affected nowadays, so in a sense, it is. But yeah, it takes years of know-how and experience to really understand and grasp it. So.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure. I can imagine the level of dedication would have to have like.
Oh yeah, or just pure skill, but
Oh yeah, that too. Like that too. Looking at numbers all day, definite skill. He kind of just grins at him.
Yeah, some of the mathematical calculations involved in looking at numbers are, they are quite fucking complicated.
I can imagine, man. I can imagine. He kind of is grinning himself now.
Like as their game finishes up, we'll just. So, tell me, you're about done with your whiskey. Can I get the two of you anything? I'm getting a refill myself.
Oh, sure, if you're gonna get me another whiskey, man, who am I to say no? He kind of grins at him playfully and looks at winks at Darcy.
Do you mind if I introduce you to something that's not that dishwasher you're drinking?
No problem, man. Sure, you're the expert.
That's right. Yeah, okay, that's good. He just nods and he'll just look at Ashley and just another soda, or can I get you like a
Gin tonic.
gin tonic? All right, good to hear. And he will go up and I don't know what reference Aaron has or
Aiden.
Aiden has. Sorry, Aiden has, but he comes back with two whiskeys, and this tastes very good.
It's not bad. This is. What is it?
It's what 15 to 20 years aged. That's Scottish one. It's one of my favorites. This is one of the places that has it in New York, which is good. Real quality. It doesn't taste like paint thinner or nail polish removal.
That's a sign of good whiskey. Yeah, usually they have actual flavor and taste as opposed to anything else. Kind of smiles as he's taking a sip.
Yeah.
Is it like an Islay or?
What?
I was just wondering what kind of whiskey it was besides Scottish.
It's 15 years aged, I think. The good stuff.
Okay.
And he, I mean, the player has no idea what or what.
Sorry.
Yeah, so he has no idea, but the character will know, and he will begin to explain like how they are placed in these wooden oak baths and all of that shit. But the player has absolutely no idea. But yeah, and he will mentally whack off to that for about 10 minutes before people get bored, and he will just say, you know, it doesn't, sometimes you're lucky and, you learn stuff. That's good.
My dad used to, well, not used to. I think he still drinks whiskey every night, but always at a specific time. No, it's really funny. He's never. He usually has like completely different taste in drinks, but at 10 o'clock each evening, he turns off his computer. It's just some kind of pattern, It's really funny, and he always takes a Lafroig. And yeah, sorry, it's a silly story, really.
No,
It's
no, no. It's totally fine. Sometimes,
the only thing I really know about whiskey comes from him.
the two of you are in good terms, or
Yeah. I mean, we're decent. I see him like once a month or so. Not too often. He likes to go his own way. I like to go my own way. But yeah, we call regularly, and once a month we have like family dinner with his third wife and their kids.
okay. I'm not gonna pry. It's just for a moment, it sounded like you haven't seen him in a long time. But
Oh no, he lives here in well, depending on what he does. Like usually throughout the week he's in his apartment near Battery Park, and well, in the weekends and during vacations, although he rarely takes them, he's in Long Island with his family.
hmm, that's gotta be tough. Of course you're adult and all that, but to
Why
see
would it be
another,
tough?
well, it's your dad, and a new family, and like all the shit
Yeah,
takes.
so I mean, my mom has a new boyfriend every 3 years or so at least, and it's like, gotta be honest, sometimes it's a girlfriend, or I'm used to it. It's cool.
Okay, yeah, it's just, well, yeah,
What, your
maybe
family
it's
didn't get divorced? Like your mom and dad still together or something?
no, none of them are around, so maybe I'm just thinking of things I really don't know too much about.
Hmm.
My dad was a fucking low life drunk who drank himself to death. My mom was just unlucky, so
That's sad.
he got what he deserved.
Okay. So, yeah. How's the card game actually looking? Like, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about cards. I'm just doing something really.
Like George has like the card game is probably done by now, and he's just packed the cards away, and he will just but he seems like the talk he just gave is it's not really reflected on his face. It just doesn't really seem to react too much to it. For the moment, he just looking at this other guy who's just joined, and he's just, oh, and it's just so. Where's your place of business?
Oh, it's in Brooklyn. Golden Wrench Mechanics. And while they're talking about fathers and all that, Aiden's been really silent, just drinking.
Golden Wrench Mechanics. Maybe I'll have a look.
Sure.
So, all right. You you normally work like 8 to 4.
About 8 to 4. Depends on the day, really. Sometimes I'm good and can get a day off, and other times I just, depends on the load we have,
Yeah, I can pretty much. It's just that sort of work. I mean, I can pretty much do whatever I want. So. Come go as I please. It's really good. Really good. Really, it helps with morale.
I suppose it does. I suppose it does. But sure, hey, I can do what I like as well. As he kind of grins to himself,
Yeah, except leave your post, I suppose.
I get my work done fairly quick, man. So boss is always happy with me.
I suppose that takes a lot to please a guy like that.
Girl, actually.
Oh, I see. Okay. Like a big muscular
No, not really. Mel's quite skinny. She just knows a shitload about cars.
Oh, she does.
Aye.
Yeah. Okay. And you see, George just kind of gets like a little bit of a smile on his face again, and just nods and just says, "Okay, that's fine." So, looking forward to seeing what your little shop can do.
I'm looking forward to you coming. He just grins broadly,
Okay, just that'll be great. But George will just look around and just look at his phone and just. So, Ashley, were you in between places, or well, you had a place, right?
Yeah. I'm staying with Naomi at the moment.
Okay, that's good. My office is still standing. If
Yeah, that's cool. But she has agreed to help me a little bit and get on my way with just some lessons, And other than that, I still have my hotel room.
right, yeah. Just I haven't actually seen her place, but isn't it kind of run down?
Well,
I would think so. I mean, she's not really a stickler for the finer things.
it's a very unconventional place, that's for sure. But it has its charms.
All right, hey, not judging. I'm just saying, I wouldn't want to stay too close to her for longer periods of time. Just saying.
I think she's all right. She's a nice girl.
Well, all right, yeah, okay. I mean, I guess my opinion of her is somewhat colored, but that's fine.
It's fine. You don't always have to like everybody.
It's we got off on the wrong, well, couple of feet, but that's fine. And I appreciate you calling. If there's anything, you can call me and we'll figure out. I sadly will have to go. And you can see like he's looking into his phone and it's typing something in and it just says, "Yeah, I have to sadly look at some work, but I'll leave you to it. Have a very good evening and see you around." And George will just empty his bottle or his the glass and will walk out.
He just leans back. You seem nice.
Ah, he does.
Oh,
I
I.
haven't really met anyone who's not nice to me. Well,
I'm sure. I'm sure.
recently, that is.
He says very sassily. I'm sure. I'm sure plenty of people are nice to you, Hen.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't I?
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm happy that you came over.
Wasn't busy, so I was meant to be doing
I mean,
something with Plant Man, but he a bit busy, so fuck it.
oh, that's sad. Well, I should really meet him again, and this time, hopefully, when he's sober. He sounds like a very interesting person.
Hey, Will's never sober. He's just raging alcoholic. He is. He winks.
Really?
Oh, I.
Oh, why? Race like it. I mean, isn't that's not that's horrible.
Not really. I mean, he seems to have control of it, but sure, hey, who am I to judge? You know,
Hmm. Okay.
you should ask him about it. I'm sure he'll tell you happily. No big smile on his face.
Ask him about being an alcoholic. Isn't
Oh,
that a
I
bit personal?
just tell him I said it and he'll understand.
Okay. Next time I see him, I do that.
Grand. He kind of grins.
She looks a little suspicious because that's usually not something people like to talk about. So she's like, seriously, but
He's just smiling. So, do you want to get out? What do you want to do then? Do you want to sit here and drink, or do you want to? Oh, you gotta go somewhere.
I don't have anywhere to go, but like we could go and find another place if you like.
Grand. Lead the way there, Hen.
Very well. And yeah, I guess the two of them will stand up and leave the place.
And with that, the scene will come to a close. Thank you very much, players, for playing, and watchers for watching. Good night.